Nearly 40 million people suffer from migraine headaches. It can cause nausea, sensitivity to light, dizziness, vomiting. The list goes on. All things our next guest knows all too well. Check out Kim's story.
I've had migraines for 41 years. They started when I was 15 years old, and at this stage in my life, they are increasing more in frequency. So I am suffering worse now than I ever have. I can have a migraine 4 days consecutively. When it's a full-blown migraine, it feels like a spike driven through the top of my head, behind my eyes, and it pulsates. I could end up vomiting profusely, and it can last for hours. I have done all kinds of food elimination diets, kept journals, all types of holistic remedies. I've gone to numerous doctors. I have a whole bag of tricks that I try to do. Hot compresses on my face, caffeine, sinus medication, or a migraine tablet, or I take a shot. When I feel a migraine coming on, I retreat to a dark room. I throw a pillow on the floor. I bury my head in the top of it while I'm on my knees, and I pray for relief. It really dictates my life. It makes me very aggravated, very irritated, and I'm very short-tempered. I'm difficult to be around. My husband and my daughter have really grown very tired of me saying I have a migraine. It's exasperating to them, and I think it's somewhat depressing. I've missed out on a lot.
And then I saw Dr. Smith, and he diagnosed me with a severe deviated septum.
For some migraine sufferers, the actual problem doesn't stem from migraines, but it actually may come from their nose. It sounds so odd, right? Well, Kim heard about a procedure with facial plastic surgeon Dr. Kevin Smith that reportedly has a very high success rate. For her problem, she decided to check it out, and we were there for her surgery.
Hello, hello, how are you? So today we're going to perform your septoplasty, remove that bone spur, open up the sinuses, and that's going to give you a very good chance at getting rid of those horrible migraines you've had. So in all practicality, this really isn't a migraine that I'm curing today. Sinuses and nasal issues can mimic a migraine headache. So we'll see after a few weeks. I mean, if she's better and having fewer headaches, then we know that this is the major culprit. I'm making a little incision here on the left side of her septum. So here you see the tip of this spur was underneath the mucosa. So that's what I'm going to be taking out. So here is the culprit. It contains what I call the migraine imposter, or the bone spur. This is hard, rigid bone that is piercing into the turbinate, into the nose, and that's what's causing that chronic pain, that persistent pain that just doesn't go away. Now it's nice and soft. There's nothing hard that's remaining. Now we can see there's a void of the septum. So now we're going to sew it up.
Dr. Kevin Smith and his patient Kim now join us. And Kim, I know it's been a few weeks. How are you feeling now?
Amazing. It's like I had the energy of a 20-year-old.
Wow. 41 years later, and this ends up being the solution.
So let's clarify, Dr. Smith, because people don't tend to think of migraine symptoms and deviated septum together. So put that together for us.
Okay. So migraines, that's a term we give for symptoms that are exacerbated by this pain people have. And they have the aura that goes with it. What Kim had, and a lot of people have, is injury to the nose leads to a deviated septum or bone spur, and that bone spur can touch very sensitive tissues in the nose. When it does that, it then refers pain to the head. And if it's chronic and debilitating, it's misdiagnosed as a migraine. You have to understand the dynamics of the nose, first of all. There are tissues in the nose that respond to normal perfumes, detergent, chocolate, ice cream, other foods, and even pollution. Those things move and are very dynamic in the nose. So it's normal when you don't have a deviated septum, but when you do have one, then you pay particular attention that you're getting headaches when I'm exposed to these things that my nose would normally respond to, elicits a headache. So it's a lot of complexity with it.
I love when we profile stories like yours, Kim, because we say on the show over and over again, if you've been diagnosed with something and you've had it for years and years and the normal treatments aren't working, it's time to take a step back, reevaluate. Is this really what I'm suffering from? Kim, we are so happy that you found your solution.
Man.
Oh,
Dr.
it's
Smith,
so exciting.
You know, look at her face.
It's
and again,
amazing.
this is not
amazing.
This is not to imply that most migraine sufferers out there that this is necessarily their problem. But I think, Dr. Smith, I'm glad you highlighted this for folks out there. Thank you so much. More to come.